This is my last chance for gold. If I strike out, I'm gonna leave here a failure. And I can't let that happen.
Every legend they say about this place is true. It's like the land itself is trying to kill me.
My days here are numbered, but I'm not leaving until I get what I came here for.
Let's go.
Devil's Canyon, who's gonna win this? Probably only one way to find out.
It's been one of the hardest experiences of my life. Physically, mentally, emotionally.
No! It just doesn't stop. It just keeps coming and coming. Look at that.
Look at all this gold.
Winter arrived a couple days ago. Things are freezing out faster than I can dig.
If I stay any longer, it's just gonna get dangerous for me.
Legend says there's a lot of gold here. Lots of gold if you can find it. People have gotten very rich here.
That is a beautiful piece of gold.
People have also died here. I'm willing to go places that nobody else is willing to go.
Head on a swivel out here.
Fall, hit your head and fall into the river, you're done. That is 100% virgin ground. No one's crazy enough to check that out.
I carried enough food for about 10 days, but I need to hunt.
Being out here alone, there's no calling for help. The ground's gonna be frozen in a few weeks. If I don't get out before winter, I may never get out.
Look at this.
Yeah!
Look at that gold.
Back's killing me. Running low on fuel, food, everything. I'm giving up on fishing, hunting, everything. All I have to do is dig. That's it. Just dig. I've been mining deep in the woods of British Columbia, in an area known as Devil's Canyon. Men have found ungodly amounts of gold here in the past. And it's believed there's still hundreds of millions of dollars of undiscovered gold out here. Winter is almost here, and I need 2 more ounces of gold to at least break even on this mining trip. But I pushed my body beyond the limit getting my gear across the river.
Look at that. Woo!
But over here is where the gold is.
Look at that!
Now my back is seizing up and will limit how much I can dig. My back hurts so bad. So I need to get my gold and get out before this canyon breaks me. I got everything here, but I need to test. I don't want to move dirt that doesn't need to be moved. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start working my way right along this ridge. My strategy is to do test pans all the way to the top of this gravel bar. Once I find that sweet spot, it's time to fire up the high banker. Oh man. Right now, honestly, I'm real concerned what my family's gonna say if this doesn't work out. I told them I was gonna come up here and I was gonna do everything I could to make their lives better. So I could bring home enough gold that we wouldn't have to worry about bills, groceries. And they're depending on me so much right now, and I can't let them down. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. This is a monster test pan. Don't want to get too excited just yet, but man, that looks really good. Some crazy good gold. It's time to get the high banker going and see how much gold is really here.
So I slept like last night. It's getting extremely cold now. Right now, something needs to be done. I can't keep going on like this. It's just getting too cold out here.
Winters here in Devil's Canyon are ruthless. Temperatures can get down to minus 52 degrees. So many miners have lost their fingers to frostbite here that it's become known as the Devil's Handshake. I've taken some major risks. Oh! And some of them have paid off. Holy But 32 days and 25 pounds later, I'm still less than halfway to my 5 ounces that I need to call this season a success.
I gotta make something happen.
Now I'm down to my last option, what I believe to be the location of an inside bend of an ancient riverbed. But so far, all I'm getting is sand. This is the hole I've been starting on. Absolutely exhausted. I wasn't expecting to hit 3 feet of sand. I guess I gotta keep digging. Good thing is the sand's easy to dig. If there is gold here, it will be below the sand with the cobbles. But that could be 2 feet or 25 feet further down. And there's no way I can dig that far before winter hits. I gotta keep digging. There's no other option. That is what I'm after. So I'm not quite at pay dirt yet, but I'm getting into some nice river cobbles down here. I'm about 4 feet in. I'm gonna show you the layers here. So we got the overburden up top, sand, and the start of the river cobbles. This is more the type of cobble you're gonna find the gold in. So I'm gonna do a test pan, see if the gold's starting to show, and hopefully I'm starting to hit some good pay dirt here.
Where are you from, sweetie? Just wish I had more energy. I got a big day ahead of me today. Exciting day ahead of me today. I put together everything I need to mine this ancient stream bed. And with all the gold I'm finding here on the surface, I'm thinking this is going to be a great payday. And I'm going to find as much of this Devil's Canyon gold as I can on this ancient stream bed. But the last 3 weeks in Devil's Canyon have exhausted me. Woo. And with winter coming around the corner, I don't know how much longer I can last out here. Obviously, I'm really, really excited about coming out here this morning. If I'm right, I've got a real gold mine in the hat. The only one way to find out. Gotta wash that one. It's tough. Oh, I should be able to pull that out of there. I pulled a lot of gold out of this ancient stream bed. But the deeper I get, the bigger the rocks are and the harder it is to dig. These are all the rocks I took out of there. Look at this. Get an idea of the size by my foot. Now, this could be a problem for me. Tens of thousands of years ago, these here mountains were covered in glaciers. When the glaciers began to thaw, water came rushing down the mountainside, carrying tons of gold-bearing gravel. Now that I'm digging here, I'm finding far more rock than I thought I would, and that means every piece of gold I get is going to be a whole lot more work. Yeah, all this came out of that hole. And then, of course, this big rock right here. All out of that. Wow. With rocky ground like this, I'm going to have my work cut out for me.
I'm on gold. That last test pen was amazing. I just want to get in place. I want to start turning dirt. Let's go.
If my test pans were right, and I'm on a pay streak, I should be able to pull a couple $100 worth of gold out of this spot every hour. That's the kind of discovery I came up here for.
Choke's on. Fuel's on. Power's on. Come on, please, just start. Ah! I'm hoping it's just the temperature, but that thing just will not start. Now I've flooded it out. I can smell the gas coming out the exhaust side.
I need to let that dry out. While that's happening, I can clean out the high banker.
All right, just want to rinse this all off. Just real slow. There we go. It's always kind of the moment of truth when you lift up the little flap and just see what's under there. And it's a nerve-wracking time because you don't want to lift it up and see no gold. But I know I'm on it, on that test pan, so this is literally the moment of truth right here.
Oh, look how beautiful that looks. Look at those nuggets. I've never seen gold like this in my life.
That, my folks, is what I call successful prospecting. You there?
No! Ah, I'm done. Woo! Look at that! Oh my gosh. Look at that piece of gold. Look at that. You can see it here, here, here. And there's fine gold everywhere in here.
All this gold, but one big problem. My pump isn't working.
Just my luck. Here I am on top of the gold. All of it. Right there. Just waiting for me. Just waiting for me.
I need to come up with a solution quick, or I won't be able to pull anything out of this ground before winter hits.
After days of digging worthless sand, I finally hit river cobble where the gold should be accumulating. But if this pan is a bust, there's no chance in hell I'm reaching my goal of 5 ounces. Check this out. Holy look at that gold. That is amazing right there. This gold's so chunky it doesn't even want to stick to the pan. I hit it, I hit the spot. So I put in a lot of work. I busted my ass out here. I put my dues in, and I'm finally hitting some good gold. If this hole keeps up like this, I'm gonna come out with a ton of gold. I'm gonna keep digging. If I hit bedrock, this could be huge. This could be one of the biggest scores in my life. Fingers crossed, this is it. I can stay here and just dig for the rest of the season, set up the high banker, and pull out some more gold before I have to head back home. So I'm just gonna show you the type of dirt I'm getting into now. It's getting really compacted gravels. Everything is just packed in hard. It's like a clay, there's a clay layer now. It's getting, and look at this. Ha, look at this. Look at that. A nugget right there, just sweeping the top there. That's how good this is. Look at that. That's a beautiful nugget. Scrape that right off the rock with my bare hands. That's why I'm here. This is what prospecting's all about. This is some really, really good dirt. I've got a couple yards piled up. I'm so excited to run the high banker. I'm not so excited to hike it here.
The days are getting much, much shorter, and that's a bit of a problem. All I want to do is bring as much gold home to my family as possible. But my back, I'm in a lot of pain, very weak.
but I'm still trying to stay positive. I'm on gold. Oh man, I'm on a lot of gold right now. But tomorrow's plan is get out and shovel all day long, non-stop. But my pump, it doesn't want to start. If I can't get it started, I'm finished. So that's it for now.
I came out to Devil's Canyon to find gold, not to be moving rocks around. I have the desire, but I don't have the energy or the desire to expend the energy to do it. I need to confirm that there's gold in this site, and then I need to come back next season with the crew to help me dig it out. Another half ounce of gold, I would be confirming the validity of that ancient stream bed. That would be successful. I might only have tomorrow left. I just don't have the energy to continue mining. That's what I'm gonna do. And until tomorrow, I say good night. When I came out here my first week, I was able to walk around like it was nothing. Today, I feel like I'm 182 years old. Oh, that hurt. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. She gets just dreamy. Oh, I just gotta take a breath, man. Can't do too much at one time. I've found that if I just take short little steps, I can make the day. Okay, I'm ready to go again. There's gold here, I know that. But I'm not sure there's enough to justify the expense of bringing a crew all the way into Devil's Canyon next season. If I can pull another half ounce of gold without having to go too deep, that'll be all the convincing I need. Boy, this bucket, it's gotta have gold in it. Turn the faucet on. Devil's Canyon, who's gonna win this one? Look at this. Look at all this gold. Eureka! There's gold all over this place. Oh, man. This is all the proof I need. This is the place.
It's gonna take me the rest of today and some of tomorrow to haul my high banker and set it up. But with the pile of pay dirt I have now, it'll take me at least 2 days to pan out all this gold. Using a high banker, I can get through it in a couple hours. I stashed it at my drop-off point about 5 miles from my dig site. I hate to waste what little time I have left to mine, but if I'm gonna get at least 2 more ounces out of that hole, I need that high banker.
All right, so I'm having a lot of trouble with this pump. I've had it for a long time, and I did not change the spark plug before I came, so it just may be corroded and fouled up. So need to get at the plug. And gotcha. Oh yeah, that looks ugly. I mean, this is pretty bad. You can see all the corrosion in that plug right there. I don't have a file, but I've got an idea. I want to see if it works. Went and got a little tiny thin river rock. And this is really risky. I've got to bend this thing open. And I'm gonna mess up the gap, and that's the distance between the two electrodes, and I don't have a gap tool. So I kind of gotta eyeball it and then get in there and just file and scrub everything out real good. There we go. Let's hope this works. Choke on, fuel on, power on. Grip it and rip it. Come on, baby, start.
Everything is 10 times harder than it was a few weeks ago. I can't risk falling in, getting stuck under the ice here. I'd be dead if that happened.
Just pan after pan after pan, over and over and over again. Oh my God. Come on, baby, start. Yeah! Yes! Bushcraft 101, how to clean a spark plug with a river rock. Yes!
Now that my pump and high bank are operational again, I'm back on the gold and processing a ton of dirt. But I pushed my body beyond the limit. My back is killing me. There we go.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of gold in there. That is not a bad pan of gold right there. That is a lot of gold. Oh my gosh.
If I keep pulling gold like this, I'm gonna walk out of here a very, very happy man.
Just pan after pan after pan, over and over and over again. Oh my God. More big pieces. Look at that. That's incredible. I am on such good gold. It is ridiculous.
My back, when it starts talking to me like this, it's telling me things might be coming to a close out here for me. The last thing I want to do is pinching nerves in my back, slipping a disc. Might be time to start thinking about getting out of here, and I just don't want to.
I spent most of yesterday hiking in my high banker. That's time I could have spent digging. But winter could hit any day now. And if I'm gonna get the 3 ounces I need to reach my season's goal, I need to process a lot of dirt. Finally, I can start running some dirt now. Gonna set up the high banker right here. Oh, look how beautiful that looks. I have so much more riding on this than just the gold now. I've taken such a gamble and such a risk to come out here, and you know, I can't let my girlfriend, my family, my father down. You know, I don't want to see the disappointment in their eyes after I come back from all this time out here, and if I come home with nothing, it's gonna be pretty shameful. Check out this gold. Look at those nuggets. Look at it, my sluice box is just loaded with gold. I've never seen gold like this in my life. Just all the way down the sluice, just loaded with gold everywhere. This canyon tried to get rid of me for so long. It put me through so much, and I stuck out with it, and look at the pay I got. Check that out. Look at those nuggets I just picked out of the riffles. That's just the top 3 riffles. This is the best clean out I've ever had in my entire life. I ran for not even an hour, and I've probably got over an ounce in there. So I'm gonna take this down to the river now and pan it out and see what I got. Dump all my concentrates into my van here. Get rid of all this extra water. Wash all this lighter material off. Try to show you in the sun here, but you can see all the fine stuff coming through and some bigger nuggets there. But look at that pan. That's amazing. That is some high grade right there. Check that out. I just want to lay down. I am so happy. I cannot believe this right now. I cannot believe this is happening to me. There's just so much stress off my back, so much relief. I gotta keep going here. I can't waste any time. I'm going for it.
5 weeks, I've been pushing my body to the limit to get at this canyon's gold, and now I'm finally on it.
Look!
And the gold just keeps coming. I can't stop. I've got to stay on the dirt.
My back hurts so bad. I'm done for the day.
Well, now that I know that this ancient stream bed has enough gold in it for me to bring a crew in next year, there's absolutely no reason for me to stay around and let winter try to kill me. So I'm leaving the canyon while I still have the strength. I just got to take care of something before I go. Wow, I worked my butt off trying to find this place. The last thing I want in the world is someone to find this. Gonna cover all this up. I'm a prospector, and I proved that I'm good at doing what I do. Next year, I plan to come out here with a couple people, and we are going to find a ton of gold. I think this is gonna do it. Fort Knox, look out. We're gonna fill you up. I guarantee you, I'm not leaving it empty-handed. I've got a big part of the canyon with me. Look at this. Look at that. Now that, my folks, is what I call successful prospecting. Hear that? All that's left to do now is to pack up my gear and hike out of this canyon. I'm gonna miss this place. I can tell already. As dangerous as this is, it just has a lure to me. This has been one of the most outstanding adventures I've ever been in. I've got a sense of self-satisfaction that is so fantastic. I know that there's nothing now that can ever stop me from my dreams and plans and goals and aspirations. It's awesome. Right now, there's nobody could be happier. Out of here, Devil's Canyon.
Been here over a month now, I think. I'm absolutely wasting away.
Heading over to the dig site again. I'm in a lot of pain just for shoveling for days on end.
I'm gonna try and fight through as much as I can and keep digging until my back absolutely says I'm done.
We got a little bit of a problem here. This big ice shelf broke away here. I can't risk getting sucked under the ice here. I'd be dead if that happened.
This canyon, in very short order, stuffed my pride right down my throat.
want to keep on the gold, but if I do and something goes wrong, I can be stuck on the side of the river for a couple of days, not being able to move. If the cold comes in, I could literally freeze to death because I cannot get to my shelter. I don't want to leave my wife a widow and my children fatherless because I got greedy. So it's time to go break camp and head home. I came out here a very prideful person. And this canyon, in very short order, stuffed my pride right down my throat. I cannot wait to get home and tell my family that they are my success. And I brought you home a fistful of gold.
I've been out here for a long time. It's wearing me thin out here now. You know, everything is 10 times harder than it was a few weeks ago. I got nowhere to pan my concentrates. I gotta punch a hole in the ice. I can't risk falling in and getting wet, or even worse, falling in and getting sucked under the ice here, and I'd be dead if that happened. Oh yeah, every clean out's getting less and less. I'm moving less and less dirt every single day. It's getting harder and harder. Colder and colder, everything's starting to freeze up. But the gold's still paying, it's still adding up. I'm gonna go until I can't go any longer. I'm definitely getting some good gold starting to show here. You can see all the ice forming, it's just freezing out. Look at that. I'd say that's at least another ½ ounce. This is why I'm out here. Just heading into my dig site now. You know, my daylight's running very, very thin now. I got about 6 hours between sun up and sundown. It's well below freezing every day, every night now. Coming to an end here. I gotta get as much gold out of the ground as I can before Mother Nature kicks me out. So I'm here at my hole. I'm gonna jump down there and see how frozen it is still. As you can see, it's just frozen solid. It's extremely difficult this time of year. You know, it's almost makes it not worth your time and effort, but I don't want to give up. I want to get as much gold out of this hole as I can before calling it quits. I gotta start a fire, thaw the ground. Things are freezing up faster than I can dig. Every day it takes longer and longer to thaw the ground. I have to burn a fire in this hole for 3 hours before I can even begin to dig. I'm gonna lose half a day doing this, but I have no other choice. I'm not even moving any amount of dirt right now, maybe a quarter to a ½ a yard a day max. And it's taking a lot of time and a lot of effort just to get that done. But it's the only way I can get through the ground. The ground's so frozen right now, it's just, it's the only means of getting enough pay dirt to run for the day. While I'm waiting for this ground to thaw, I gotta set up the high banker. I need to take advantage of every second of daylight. We got a little bit of a problem here. You can see this is where I've been going down to set up the suction hose and the pump to grab water, but this big ice shelf broke away here. So I can't do that. I can't risk slipping on this ice and falling in and getting sucked under the ice here. And you can see there's no openings. I'd be dead if that happened. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is get a big long stick and tie my suction hose and just hang it into the water here and hopefully be able to pump up the hill. I'm pushing it right to the end here, and you know, I'm going as late as I can, but there comes a point where it's just too much work to do the things you need to get done on a daily basis. This is getting ridiculous. I shouldn't be here anymore. I should be thinking about heading home, hiking out, get that high banker fired up and start running some dirt.
This is absolutely amazing. Isn't that a beautiful thing right there?
This is probably my best haul I've ever done in my life. So I'm gathering snow now for my drinking water, my cooking water. It's just too dangerous for me to be hiking down that steep hill to get water now. It's kind of a pain in the ass. You know, I'm burning way more firewood. It takes forever to melt to get fresh water. Everything's just becoming a lot of work, a lot of effort. You know, my time's getting eaten away by just doing the daily chores. I'm just gonna let these melt down, and that'll give me maybe not even a liter of water from all those 4 pots. So I'm gonna have to keep filling her up with snow and melting it.
That's much I get from a pot of snow. About 1.5 inches on the bottom.
It's getting ridiculous. I shouldn't be here anymore. I should be thinking about heading home, hiking out. But as long as gold keeps showing up in the pan, there's no way in hell I'm gonna stop digging. So you see how well this worked? Ground is completely thawed now. So it gives me about another foot of pay dirt I can dig out and pile up and run through the high banker. But I'm scraping this ground. I'm getting a half a shovel full of dirt. You know, there's a time where you gotta start wondering if it's worth your time being out here, or if you're just burning your energy for nothing. And it's completely frozen. You can hear I went down maybe a foot, and I'm just frozen solid again. So get that high banker fired up and start running some dirt. It looks like we're up and running, but water pressure is not good going up that steep hill. You know, my pump is definitely struggling to pump water up here, but I'm gonna run and see if I can move some dirt, see if I can wash some gold. I'm just holding on by a thread here, and all my equipment's breaking. It's falling apart. I'm just not getting enough water flow for the sluice to run properly. It's all right, I'm gonna go take this and try to pan. I'd be long gone by now if the gold wasn't good work. This is dangerous. I'm not comfortable. It's pretty hard to pan with big chunks of ice floating around in your pan. Frozen fingers. Hear that wind just blowing. Rough clean out. A couple tiny little specks which I'll pick up with the snuffer, and that's about it. I'm tired, I'm cold. I gotta get back to camp and warm up. I'm burning through this deer meat. You can see it's frozen solid here. Everything is just frozen now. It's getting down to the wire. I don't have much food left now. I gotta start thinking about what I'm gonna do. I burned through that whole deer very, very quick. I'm basically out of food. I'm cold every night. It's too much effort to keep digging and thawing out the ground. It's not worth my time anymore. If I stay any longer, it's just gonna get dangerous for me. I'm throwing in the towel. They call it Devil's Canyon for a reason. You know, there's a reason why people don't want to come down here. There's a reason why the gold hasn't been picked. It's because it's a tough go. It's It's not easy. But that's how you get the gold nowadays. You got to put yourself into situations where it's not easy and suffer through all these hardships. But once it starts coming together, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world. You know, this is a pretty hostile place for sure. It was rough on my body. It was rough on my mind. I was so close to failure on many occasions, but I just, with sheer stubbornness, I just kept going. Let's see what the final take was. This is absolutely amazing. Isn't that a beautiful thing right there? This is why I prospect. I'm very, very happy with that. I'm way more than I expected, to be honest with you. I think I probably got about 10 or 12 ounces. You know, I would have been happy with 4 or 5 ounces, so this is great. This is probably about twice as much as I was hoping to get. This is probably the best haul I've ever done in my life. But I'm done here. It's time to go home. It's one of the greatest feelings in the world. You know, you got something to show for all the hard work. And this is huge for me, you know, to come home with this amount of gold in this short a time. It's gonna make my dad so happy to see that I was able to find success out here. It's gonna be great to see my girlfriend again, but seeing her with a pile of gold in my pocket's gonna make it that much better. I can get back and hold my head up high, and I'm pretty proud of the amount of gold I pulled out. I might be crazy, but I'm ready to go again.